Hello fellow dragons, it's Shane from Astral Dragon Gaming, and today's game, if you're watching the screen and figured it out yet, is, yes, the latest game, Death Stranding from Hideo Kojima. Now, I know there is a lot of talk about this game, there is a lot of ups and downs, there is a lot of people with differing opinions. I don't think this review is more about that. I think if you like Hideo Kojima's games, then you're going to love this game. There's very few things about this that is not his sort of reasoning and mindset. I think the worst thing about it is there is a lot of cinematic structure to it. But other than that, it's a very interesting game. But I'm just running footage of me playing the game as is. This is from chapter 2, I think, by memory. And there's 14 or 15 chapters in the entire game, and I've only got up to like chapter 7 by this point in time. And it's not a hard game, it's not an impossible game, and it's not a terrible game. It's just a very different game. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people need to understand about this game. So I'll get to the really meat and balls of the game straight off the bat. Here are some basic terms that you're going to need to understand about this game. Timefall. It's basically rain that accelerates time on objects that it falls upon. BBs. Bridge babies. The thing that allows you to see BTs. BT. And if you haven't been paying attention, or you haven't got far enough in the game, or you're really just bugged by what it actually means, beached things. It has to do with a beach, it has to do with death, and it has to do with the use of all these sort of things all combined together. Now, if you're trying to figure out the story as a whole, there will be plenty of people that will put a video out about that. And I'm getting my head around the story, and I'm starting to figure out what it all means and everything. But I don't think that's what the purpose of this video. I think it's more I'm trying to talk about this game as from my perspective, and trying to give you a better understanding of what you will like or what you will hate about this game. So first off the bat, the cutscenes. You will, in the very first parts of this game, be stuck in almost an hour to an hour and a half of nothing but cutscenes with very little of you just controlling the game itself. So that is a big thing. So if that gets on your nerves, you're going to hate it. There is no volume control. There is only one master volume switch, which gives you a high or a low of your volume from your actual PS4. There is no changing the music. There is no changing anything else. There is a music player that you can play whatever music that you collect as you play through the game, but you cannot change the sound. And the other thing is, you will be traveling a lot of distance on foot or by vehicle, and it will be a very long process of getting from A to B. These are all the really bad things that a lot of people are going to hate about this game. There are a lot of things that you can get your head around, and there are a lot of things that you won't get your head around. But at the same time, this game is, for a better use of word, unique. It's different, it's strange, it's unusual. There are things that just happen in this game. And I just don't think this game is going to be for everyone, but at the same time, it's a game that has its own unique experience, its own unique feel that will get people talking about this game and getting them to think in a different mindset. So anyway, you play as Sam Bridges in America in a time when all hell has gone loose. If you die, you need to get rid of bodies. If the bodies are sitting around for too long, they cause a void out. They can be possible to create a void out, which will basically wipe out everything in a certain distance, and it is a phenomenally unpleasant experience. Sam Bridges is also a person that is in possession of one of the skills that is called Dooms. And basically it allows you to understand and sense or use different parts that are associated to BTs and to the actual beach itself, which is a thing that you will understand as you get further along in the game. Now, for those that can't see BTs as real entities, people will use a thing called a bridge baby, a BB, which will allow you to use your scanner, which is sitting up on your left shoulder, to see and understand where BTs are, so that you can avoid them at all costs. Now, this game is exceptionally beautiful, and when I mean beautiful, I mean it is like a postcard beautiful. It is incredibly fantastic to walk through, to experience, to hear the sounds of the wind, the bugs, it's like you're in your own personal world when you're walking around this game, and I think that is what really makes this game so exceptional to me. I played it for quite a few hours now. I think I'm up to 23 hours of gameplay so far, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's just a feast for the eyes. It's a feast for the senses in many respects, and I think in many respects this game is a palate cleaner for myself, because I get wrapped up in trying to produce these videos so often that sometimes it's difficult to sit down and really appreciate something for the strangeness and uniqueness of what it is. And this game, just sitting through the visuals for a lot of the things that happen, like the action sequences, and in the sequences where you're just literally running around all over the place and just stopping at one point and you look across the horizon and it just looks so beautiful. Like, the rocks are fantastic, the rivers and the waterfalls, the timefall, rain in this case, and everything else. It looks so good and so extraordinary, and it really just picks up and just plants you in a world all upon its own. And I think for many respects that's what makes this game such a winner for me. I played No Man's Sky not long after it first came out, and in the first hour and a half to 2 hours of playing No Man's Skies, I was starting to ask myself, why were people hating this game? And then when the first sort of major patch came through and the game became really popular and everyone just suddenly went, wow, this game really is quite good. Oh, but they lied to us at the beginning, and then so on and so forth. This game is not broken. There is nothing broken about this game, which is a very extraordinary thing, because there are a lot of moving parts in this game. But for me, this game is just so extraordinarily dense with different things, different ideas, different thoughts, and it just makes you keep on going forward and questing to find other things. Like, this is one of those games where you do one delivery and then after you've done one delivery, 5 others open up and you go, oh yeah, it's not long till bedtime, I've got about an hour or so, yeah, I'll do that quest. And then it just splinters out and out and out and out, and all of a sudden you notice that your 5 hours has suddenly disappeared because you've been playing this game. That's this kind of game. It's so extraordinary in its scope, and it's something that I think really sort of hits the mark for Kojima's games. And I think because I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 5 for the first time, because I got it from a Humble Bundle pack, and I thought, oh yeah, I've never played this game, so yeah, I'll play it. Playing the first part of it where you're crawling out of the hospital and going through all of the parts of the hospital and sort of hiding from soldiers and then fighting soldiers, and then, oh yeah, now we're just going to dump you into the game. It's like, what? What happened? this game is very much like that as well. It dumps you in a strange and unusual world. Like, even in the very opening hours of the game, where the head honchos of the new sort of White House of America is trying to say, oh yeah, this is your mum, she's dead, now go walk her all the way over to the incinerator, and while you're there, come back and then do some more work for us. Like, your brain sort of switches off at some point and you just go, what the hell happened? Luckily the game is nice enough to give you Death Stranding, the title Death Stranding, like 3 or 4 times in a row. It's really good. So, let's get down to the actors that are playing all the different characters and whatnot. As far as I've seen from all the characters that I've met in the game, they are really fantastic. And looking at a lot of the behind the scenes showing the motion capture and all that, their acting and their voice presentation and everything, it's fantastic. I love just the overall thing about it, and I think this game is just something that I don't think I've ever sort of expected to see when I saw this game. I saw a lot of things as this game was coming forward to over time for the last 8 months, and I thought, yeah, I might get it. And then when I finally got my PS4, because I'm sort of gearing up for the Final Fantasy VII Remake release, I thought, oh yeah, I'll put on a pre-order for Death Stranding. And then I got the game, and you know, something breaks inside when you see something that just sort of shatters your mind for a little instant, and you feel something interesting about a game. And this game really does that for me. It gives me that feeling of exploration, or when I succeed at doing something in this game, it's really great. Now we'll go on to the multiplayer part of this game, which is, I know it's a single player game, but at the same time there is a level of interaction that comes between you and the other characters that are contained within the game. All the other sand bridges that are existing while you're playing the game at the same time interacts and does something in the world as well. You have the ability to build different objects through the world, and other players have an opportunity to share those objects and also like them if they became useful to them, or repair them because timefall destroys objects over time. And I only just recently, the other day, finished doing a whole load of roads through Chapter 3, and as I was sort of grabbing resources to build this road, all of a sudden other people were putting in resources to rebuild the road as well, and all of a sudden different parts of the road appeared out of nowhere where other people were playing these different parts of the road, and it was so fantastic. And when you say hello and someone else says hello back to you, it's really, you don't feel 100% isolated in this game at times. I think that's what this game is really fantastic about, is even though you're playing a single player game and no one is really affecting how you play the game at the end of the day, you're still getting that feeling of an inclusion in a community as you play the game, and likes turn up because people liked your structure, or they liked something that you put down, or oh yeah, I agree with that idea, and all these other things. And it's just so immersive in its own right. And I don't think anyone should really come away from this game and not say, wow, that was really good. I think anyone that's a reviewer that had to sort of crunch this game and wanted to finish the entire game as a whole, yeah, I can see why they would have an issue with this game. Anyone that has preconceptions about what this game should have been like, yes, I can see where they would find this game not so great. But for me, I really enjoyed this game. I'm really invested in it, and I'm pushing on to find the end of the game. And there's just so many things. There's so many questions, like what are dooms? What does the beach mean? What does the BB mean? What are the cutscenes that go with the BB? And so many other things. And then there's other characters. The lady in the red dress. What does she represent? Why is she the way she is? And so many other things. And then you try and understand other characters like Heartman, Deadman, Die Hardman. Yes, I'm not making these names up. This is Hideo Kojima's idea of, yes, names have meaning. So like so many different names, and it's just a whole flood of information as you play this game that you will have to sort of take on as something that it will make sense, or you'll be able to try and figure out over time as you finish it out. But yeah, this game is not for everyone, but at the same time this game has an extraordinary story and an extraordinary feeling about it that I really am enjoying, and I think anyone can pick up this game and find something great in it. And it's like No Man's Sky. If you like the idea of exploring and finding the strangeness of the world and building things and just interacting with random sort of stuff left, right and centre, this game is a fantastic mine of that idea. And the BTs and fighting them and fighting the world around you and trying to find solutions of how to get from point A to point B to avoid this particular object, it's just a real sort of scope of ideas and thoughts. But like I said, this is not a game for everyone. I'll be interested to see what the PC release of this is going to be like next year. But for me, it's money well spent. It's many hours of gameplay that is going to take a long while to finish. And it doesn't have the flashiness that a lot of people were expecting. And it does have a lot of cutscenes that, if you don't like cutscenes, you can skip them, but you skip a lot of the story and the ideas that go behind it. But at the same time, he has given you the opportunity to skip over things. And really, for a lot of designs of games, that is a fantastic part. And it opens itself for a lot of replayability if you want to just churn through, do a certain section, churn through, do a certain section. It has the ability to fast track yourself through the game. It also has the ability to slow track your way through the game and just absorb yourself in the entirety of it. But anyway, that's my opinion. If you like the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Also the bell notification so that you can be notified of my various game reviews and thoughts on games, and even my various let's plays and blind plays of playing the game. And I hope you are having a great day, because every day is a gift, and I hope it treats you well as you treat it. And I will see you all on the next video. Thank you for watching.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible. All right then. Thanks for everything.
Good work. New order available. Delivering cargo.
Well, I'll be. We've just about given up on seeing this again. Let's not, judge a book by its cover, though, huh? Let me take a closer look. Very, very nice. It's exactly like I remember it. Talk about lucky. I can't tell you how grateful I am. There are few bona fide treasures left in this world. And you just saved one of them. Thank you.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal or order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
I know you won't let us down.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Yeah, this is nice. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed to Distribution Center. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam. First, deliver your cargo, then you can take on new requests.
How you doing, Sam? Lightning quick as always. Thanks. Take care.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery.
Sam, I received word from Mama that she's completed her anti-BT weapon. Prototypes of her design form a part of your next shipment. A delivery of relief supplies for the people of Port Knot City. Port Knot City is a fair distance from BT territory, but the weapons should come in handy if any stray too close. They'll also provide people with the means to defend themselves when traveling outside the city limits. The shipment also includes a variety of medicines, as well as human sperm and egg samples. These specimens are essential for maintaining genetic diversity as they were donated by civilians living outside the major population centers. By taking advantage of chiralium's temporal properties, we can ensure they remain viable for as long as required. After the shipment's been processed, connect the Cupid. Now, once that's done, the entire region will be integrated into the chiral network. Afterwards, you'll be pushing on to Lake Knot City. So we've included relief supplies for the people there as well. Of course, to get there, you'll need to cross over the lake in between. Details on that will be in a second order you'll need to accept then. Without a doubt, this will be your longest run for us to date. Make sure you've got everything you need.
That's a transfusion bag containing blood drawn from you. While equipped, it'll gradually replenish yours.
Sam, this is our first attempt at developing an anti-BT weapon. I had to work fast with what we had, so they're basically modified hand grenades. At least, that's how they're meant to function. They've never actually been tested in the field. Who knows? You might be the first person to kill a BT. And wouldn't that be something? But, even if they do work, don't forget that they're fueled by your blood. Use too much and you'll give yourself anemia.
Order assigned. Begin scan.
Sam, up for performing an experiment with hematic grenades? Might be worth taking a look.
You around?
Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, having Dooms gives you advantages most folks don't have. But as capable as you are, you're also a member of Bridges now. An organization filled with experts in a whole variety of fields, all of whom are ready and willing to help. The team is here for you, Sam. All you have to do is ask. Got it? Good.
Well, let's get this show up. enough already. Sam, he's our man. This looks like the way to go. Yeah, this is nice. I don't know what these people would do without me. Too close. Nice. There we go. There we go. This looks like the way to go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until
Keep on keeping
all
on.
clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Looks like you've got an empty container there, huh? Feel free to submit junk like that to Bridges. You might not have a use for it, but we do.
Thank you for your continued support. Your work is greatly appreciated. Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
0.
Nice.
EX grenade number 1.
Take a look. This is what the world looked like hundreds of millions of years ago. It was just one big continent. And do you know what this is? The moon. I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise. The whole wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Even the moon.